Welcome to www.theaustraliantest.com, your trusted resource for Australian Citizenship Test preparation with 12 years of experience. In this video, we will present 20 unique multiple-choice questions drawn directly from the official guide, Australian Citizenship, Our Common Bond. Each question comes with a detailed explanation to enhance your understanding. Please do not skip and watch continuously for the best learning experience. Do not forget to share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. Question 1. In Australia, whose laws can be altered or revoked by the Australian government? Option A, states. Option B, territories. Option C, both states and territories. Option D, local councils. The correct answer is territories. Explanation: while states have constitutional recognition, self-governing territories can have their laws altered or revoked by the Australian government. Question 2. Who is responsible for conducting federal elections in Australia? Option A, political parties. Option B, Australian citizens. Option C, the Australian Electoral Commission. Option D, the government. The correct answer is the Australian Electoral Commission. Explanation: the Australian Electoral Commission is responsible for conducting federal elections. Question 3. What was the most challenging aspect of uniting the Australian colonies into a single nation? Option A, economic disparities among the colonies. Option B, cultural differences and diversity. Option C, opposition from international powers. Option D, lack of political will among colonial leaders. The correct answer is cultural differences and diversity. Explanation: cultural differences and diversity presented challenges in the process of uniting the colonies. Question 4. In the Australian Citizenship, Our Common Bond of State Governance, who is the counterpart to the Governor-General? Option A, Chief Justice. Option B, Chief Minister. Option C, Governor. Option D, President. The correct answer is Governor. Explanation: the governor in each state plays a role similar to the Governor-General, representing the king in state affairs. Question 5. What is the primary function of Parliament? Option A, enforcing laws. Option B, making and changing laws. Option C, adjudicating disputes. Option D, managing the economy. The correct answer is making and changing laws. Explanation: the core function of Parliament is to make and amend laws. Question 6. What is a key characteristic of judicial power in Australia? Option A, judges are appointed by and report directly to the Parliament. Option B, courts have the authority to create new laws independently. Option C, judges have the power to interpret and apply existing laws. Option D, the judicial branch is supervised by the government to ensure fairness. The correct answer is judges have the power to interpret and apply existing laws. Explanation: in Australia, judicial power is characterised by the independence of courts and judges from both Parliament and government. The Australian Constitution grants judges the authority to interpret and apply the law, ensuring a separation of powers. This independence allows the judiciary to make impartial decisions based on the law without interference from other branches of government. Question 7. What is the alternative name for the Australian Parliament's upper house? Option A, People's House. Option B, Senate. Option C, Upper Representatives. Option D, Supreme House. The correct answer is Senate. Explanation: The upper house is also known as the Senate in the Australian Parliament. Question 8. Who is elected by Australian citizens in state and territory elections to become a member of the Parliament? Option A, Prime Minister. Option B, Mayor. Option C, Chief Justice. Option D, State or Territory Representative. The correct answer is State or Territory Representative. Explanation: in state and territory elections, Australian citizens vote to elect representatives who become members of the relevant state or territory parliament. Question 9. What is the consequence of not enrolling correctly in Australia? Option A, loss of citizenship. Option B, inability to vote. Option C, exclusion from public services. Option D, fine imposition. The correct answer is inability to vote. Explanation: if not correctly enrolled, individuals cannot vote in Australian elections. Question 10. In what way did Australia's national identity begin to manifest before the formation of the Commonwealth? Option A, through the establishment of a national currency. Option B, in the representation of Australia in international art exhibitions. Option C, in the development of advanced technological industries. Option D, through popular songs, poems, stories, and art. The correct answer is through popular songs, poems, stories, and art. Explanation: Australia's national identity began to form through popular cultural expressions like songs, poems, stories, and art. Question 11. Where does legislative power reside in a democracy? Option A, monarchy. Option B, judiciary. Option C, executive. Option D, parliament. The correct answer is parliament. Explanation: in a democracy, legislative power is vested in the elected parliament. Question 12. In a constitutional monarchy, where does the king live? Option A, Australia. Option B, delegated residence. Option C, Governor General's residence. Option D, United Kingdom. The correct answer is United Kingdom. Explanation: the king in a constitutional monarchy, like Australia, does not live in the country. The powers are delegated to the Governor General. Question 13. Which title is commonly given to the leader of a territory government in Australia? Option A, Prime Minister. Option B, Premier. Option C, Chief Minister. Option D, Governor General. The correct answer is Chief Minister. Explanation: in Australia, the head of a territory government is typically known as the Chief Minister. Question 14. What does the House of Representatives debate and vote on? Option A, foreign policies. Option B, state boundaries. Option C, proposals for new laws. Option D, judicial appointments. The correct answer is proposals for new laws. Explanation: the House of Representatives considers and votes on new law proposals. Question 15. What role do elected representatives play after winning in state and territory elections? Option A, members of parliament. Option B, local community organisers. Option C, judges in federal courts. Option D, members of the military. The correct answer is members of parliament. Explanation: elected representatives in state and territory elections become members of the relevant parliament and may play roles in the executive branch of the government. Question 16. In Australia, who maintains the Commonwealth electoral roll? Option A, political parties. Option B, the government. Option C, the Australian Electoral Commission. Option D, independent organisations. The correct answer is the Australian Electoral Commission. Explanation: the Australian Electoral Commission maintains the Commonwealth electoral roll. Question 17. Who do members of Parliament represent? Option A, political parties. Option B, the Prime Minister. Option C, the people in their electorate. Option D, the entire country. The correct answer is the people in their electorate. Explanation: the Australian Citizenship. Our common bond states members of Parliament represent the people in their electorate. Question 18. What branch of government is responsible for implementing laws? Option A, legislative. Option B, judicial. Option C, executive. Option D, administrative. The correct answer is executive. Explanation: the executive is responsible for putting laws into practice, overseeing government ministers, and ensuring effective administration. Question 19. What document guides the King's actions in a constitutional monarchy? Option A, Royal Decree. Option B, Monarchy's Mandate. Option C, Constitutional Charter. Option D, Constitution. The correct answer is Constitution. Explanation: in a constitutional monarchy, the king must act in accordance with the Constitution, which outlines the framework for governance. Question 20. Who in Australia is typically chosen by a government leader to be responsible for an area of government? Option A, Prime Minister. Option B, Government Minister. Option C, Senator. Option D, Governor General. The correct answer is Government Minister. Explanation: in Australia, a government minister is chosen by a government leader to oversee a specific area of government. Thanks for watching. We hope you answered all the questions correctly and this practice test helped you prepare for your Australian Citizenship Test. Remember to check out www.theaustraliantest.com for more free resources and practice tests. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful content. Good luck on your journey to Australian citizenship.